Right? Let us go through today till proprietary we have done debt equity. So it is debt upon equity. Debt means borrowed funds and equity means proprietor's fund. Okay? So borrowed funds, look into the question. हमने जो solve किया था. How much was my borrowed funds? 2 lakhs. And yeah, 2 lakhs. And proprietor's fund कितना था मेरा आंसर? 3,08,000. Okay? So write that. So 2 lakhs divided by 3 lakh 8 into 100. Or if you don't do it into 100, percentage comes to around 64.93, or you can round it off to 65. Okay, debt equity ratio. So this actually shows that the what do you call, the proprietary fund that you have, उसमें से 65% is borrowed funds. इसका ये मीनिंग होता है. Okay, and you must have studied this in commerce. A good businessman is the one who has 1 rupee of his own and 2 rupees borrowed. Okay, yeah. खुद का पैसा कम और दूसरे का पैसा ज़्यादा. मतलब borrowed funds 2 रुपया और खुद का पैसा कैपिटल से जो रेस किया इक्विटी वो कितना होना चाहिए? 1 रुपया. दैट इज अ गुड बिजनेसमैन एज पर डेट इक्विटी रेशियो. नेक्स्ट, कैपिटल गियरिंग. Preference shares plus debentures divided by equity shareholders fund. Okay, so preference shares is 1 lakh 50, debentures is 2 lakh divided by equity shareholders fund. Okay, सिर्फ इक्विटी बोला है स्टूडेंट्स. तो इक्विटी आपको कैसे मिलेगा? यू ऑलरेडी हैव योर प्रेफरेंस शेयर, सॉरी, प्रोप्राइटर्स फंड. प्रोप्राइटर्स फंड में से प्रेफरेंस शेयर कैपिटल माइनस कर दो, तो जो बच गया दैट इज इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स फंड. ओके, वो लोग ने क्लियरली बोला है that here you will have preference shares and below you will have equity. Okay, so 3,08,000 जो आपका शेयर होल्डर्स फंड था, दैट इज प्रोप्राइटर्स फंड, उसमें से 1,50,000 यू माइनस, तो वॉट एवर रिमेन्स 1,58,000 is your equity shareholders funds. Okay, so 1,50,000 plus 2 lakhs divided by 1,58,000. Okay, 2.215, that is 2.22 is to 1. Okay, so this was your question number. Yeah, the first sum that we have taken, question number 25, first sum on balance sheet ratios. Okay, we'll go through this theoretical part. What did I do? I started with a sum. I showed you the formula and the sum. Okay, now you can connect with this. Purpose of balance sheet ratio. Why are you studying a balance sheet ratio? Okay, first is current ratio, what we studied. because it explains you all these ratios. The purpose of balance sheet ratio is to first understand current ratio, quick ratio, okay, stock to working capital ratio, debt equity ratio, all this. So current ratio, what it helps you to do, हम क्यों पढ़ते हैं करंट रेशियो, बिकॉज इट हेल्प्स यू टू नो द लिक्विडिटी और सॉल्वेंसी ऑफ द बिजनेस. Okay, it indicates the ability of the company to meet its short term liability. मैंने बोला था ना, दैट इज द स्टैंडर्ड रेशियो इज ऑलवेज 2:1. मतलब जो तुम्हारे एसेट्स है वो हमेशा तुम्हारे लाइबिलिटीज के डबल होने चाहिए. ठीक है, अगर 1 रुपए का लाइबिलिटी है तो एसेट 2 रुपया होना चाहिए. क्यों? बिकॉज एट द टाइम ऑफ लिक्विडेशन you can sell off your assets and pay the liability. That is the reason. Okay, it also measures the short term solvency of the company. It is used by creditors to judge the safety margin available and also to decide the amount and terms of credit. Okay, so if you have a standard ratio, if your company current ratio is always about 2:1, that means it is safe to do business with you. Okay, it indicates that. That is why जो लोग आपके कंपनी में पैसा लगाते हैं, जो लोग आपको उधार देते हैं, दे ऑल लुक इनटू योर रेशियोज. वो पूछते हैं आपका करंट रेशियो कितना है. So see, if the current ratio is more than 2:1, then it indicates that the solvency is very good. That is, your current assets are more than your current liability. What do you mean by having good solvency? Means your assets are more than your liability. Okay, and if it is below 2:1, so it indicates unsatisfactory solvency. Why? Because your current assets are lesser than your current liability. Am I clear about current ratio now? समझ में आ रहा है everyone? Next, quick ratio. Okay, quick ratio is also similar to current ratio. Only thing is, in quick ratio we consider quick assets and quick liability. Okay, so it is also known as the asset test ratio. It indicates the ability of the company to meet its short term liabilities without selling stock. Okay, because when I say quick ratio, क्विक एसेट्स, इन क्विक एसेट्स में दो चीज़ें नहीं आती, अगर आपको याद है तो. एक होता है आपका स्टॉक और एक होता है आपका प्रीपेड एक्सपेंसेस. ये दो चीज़ें नहीं आती है. ओके, या सो देर इज अ थिन लाइन ऑफ डिफरेंस बिटवीन करंट रेशियो एंड क्विक रेशियो. इज ओनली दैट current ratio also helps you to indicate the short term what do you call, the short term solvency of the company. But quick ratio और current ratio में क्या फ़र्क है? That the solvency or the liability that you will be paying off will be without selling your stock. That's it. So see, I have highlighted that word. So that's a thin line of difference between quick ratio and current ratio. Okay. So qualitative test is 1:1 standard ratio. Okay, अगर 1:1 से ज़्यादा है आपका कंपनी का quick ratio, that indicates very good solvency as quick assets are greater than quick liability. And if it is lesser than 1:1, it indicates unsatisfactory solvency because your quick assets are lesser than your quick liability. Okay, am I clear? समझ में आ रहा है? Next, stock to working capital ratio. It indicates the position and quality of the working capital. This ratio helps to study solvency of a company. It shows the extent of funds blocked in stock. This word is very important. What does it show? The extent of funds that has been blocked in your stock. Okay? If investments in stock is higher, it means liquid asset is lower. It's advisable to have a stock working ratio below 100%. ओके, तो स्टूडेंट ये जितना कम होगा ना, ये उतना बेटर है। सो अगर सपोज आपका स्टॉक टू वर्किंग कैपिटल रेशियो आता है से अराउंड 70%, इसका ये मतलब है कि आपका जो वर्किंग कैपिटल है उसमें का 70% इज ब्लॉक्ड इन स्टॉक। ओके, दैट्स द, या, और ये जितना कम होगा उतना बेटर। हाँ, बिकॉज जितना ज़्यादा स्टॉक वर्किंग कैपिटल रेशियो होगा, इट मीन्स दैट योर स्टॉक इज स्लो मूविंग। गोडाउन में स्टॉक पड़ा हुआ है, इट इज स्लो मूविंग। जितना ये कम होगा, 5%, 10%, इसका मतलब है योर स्टॉक, योर मूवमेंट ऑफ स्टॉक इन द मार्केट इज फास्ट, आपका डिमांड फॉर प्रोडक्ट इज हायर। Okay, then proprietary ratio. So proprietary ratio talks about your net worth of the company. Okay, so it is also known as net worth to total assets ratio or equity ratio or net worth ratio. So these are different names of proprietary ratio. Please make a note of it. Okay, so proprietary ratio क्या करता है? It compares your proprietor's fund with your total assets of the company. Okay, and that's the reason it's also known as net worth to total assets ratio or net worth to equity ratio or net worth ratio or asset backing ratio. Okay, since इसमें fixed assets are involved, that is why it indicates long term solvency. Okay, and proprietary ratio का main काम क्या है? It indicates the extent of funds invested by the owners. हाँ, see this इसका important point ये है. It indicates the extent of funds invested by the owners in relation to the total funds employed in the business. Okay, तो in case अगर आपको business में additional loans चाहिए, तो this ratio is taken into consideration. It gives ease in raising additional loans. Next, capital gearing or capital structure ratio. Okay, gearing means the process of increasing the equity shareholders' returns through the use of debt. Okay, मतलब borrowed funds use करके how much you can increase your shareholders' return, equity shareholders' return. That is called as gearing. मतलब तुम सोचो, तुम खुद का पैसा यूज नहीं कर रहे हो, हाँ, या खुद का पैसा, वो जो मैंने रेशियो बताया था, जैसे अगर 2:1 है, तो क्या मैंने क्या बोला, इफ 1 रुपी इज योर इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल, 2 रुपीज इज योर बोरोड फंड्स। ओके, मतलब दूसरे का पैसा बाहर से लिया ना, बोरोड फंड्स मीन्स यू हैव टेकन अ लोन, तो यू हैव टू यूज योर मनी इन सच अ वे, ओके, that these people who have invested in your company, the equity shareholders, are able to get higher returns. This is called as capital gearing. Equity shareholders can earn more than the rate of return on total capital is more than the rate of interest on debts. Okay, this is also called as trading on equity or leverage. So there are two types of capital: equity, which includes reserves, and preferential capital and borrowed, that is borrowed funds, that is long-term borrowings. सो दिस इज द कैपिटल स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ अ कंपनी. क्या क्या है उसमें? इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल है. ओके. प्रेफरेंस शेयर कैप आई मीन पीएनएल अकाउंट है. जनरल रिजर्व है. एंड लोन है. बराबर ना? लॉन्ग टर्म बोरोइंग्स. नो लुक इनटू दिस. कैपिटल गियरिंग कैसे निकालोगे? प्रेफरेंस प्लस लॉन्ग टर्म बोरोइंग्स. तो प्रेफरेंस शेयर कितना है? नहीं है सब में. इक्विटी शेयर कितना है? प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स कितना है? लॉन्ग टर्म बोरोइंग्स कितना है? 3 lakhs एंड 5 lakhs. मतलब 8 lakhs. ओके. डिवाइड बाय इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल 15 lakhs and reserves 10 lakhs. Okay, and in the second case, you can see, yeah, it is 4 lakhs, borrowed funds 12 lakhs, preference preference share capital है ही नहीं सब में. Okay, fine, ठीक है. So here my answer is 2. So it is 0.5 and it is 2. Okay, now listen carefully. 0.5. Now if you look into the shareholders return, तो उनको कितना मिलना चाहिए था? What is the saying? Capital gearing means the process of increasing the equity holders returns through the use of debt. Okay. Equity shareholders earn more when the return on your what you called return on ROR. It should be ROI also. It can be return on investments. Yeah. Okay. On core capital is more than the rate of interest on debts. Okay, so what will be the rate of interest here? 7% and 10%. कितना होना चाहिए? 17%. Correct? But say suppose मेरा आंसर आता है, yeah, 0.5. Okay, so say my answer is somewhere around 20%. और as per the question, interest होना चाहिए कितना? 17%. Okay, so this is high gearing. Why? Because I am able to pay more interest to them. कितना मिलना चाहिए? borrowed funds पे इंटरेस्ट कितना होना चाहिए? 20%. 17%. एज पर द क्वेश्चन. ओके. 7 + 10 इज हाउ मच? 17% होता है. ओके. सी रिटर्न ESH, that is equity shareholders earn more when ROI it is actually. On total capital is more. ओके, ROR इसको ROI भी बोलते हैं, रेट ऑफ रिटर्न और रेट ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट, रेट ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट is more than the rate of interest on debts. Okay, you're liable for how much? 17. How much you are getting? But 20. So this is called high gearing. और अगर इसका उल्टा कर दूँ तो you're liable to get 17, but how much you are giving? 15. Okay, by using the capital gearing ratio. So this is called as low gear. Okay. समझ में आया अबाउट हाई गियर एंड लो गियर? Debt equity ratio talks about I mean, yeah, long term debts with shareholders. Okay, now look into this question. Yeah, you have to calculate ratios for 2 years. So, share capital is given to you, retained earnings, reserves and surplus, provision for income tax, debentures, that is borrowed funds. Provision for income tax is what? Current liability under the category quick liability. Okay, accounts payable matlab bills payable. Current liability under the category quick liability. Other current liabilities under the category quick liability. Assets में you have building and equipment, that is fixed assets, land, fixed assets, patents, fixed assets. Accounts receivable मतलब bills receivable. तो current assets under the category quick assets. Inventories, current assets under the category quick assets. Okay, inventory मतलब stock. Prepaid expenses, current assets under the category non-quick. Same for stock. Prepaid and stock दोनों non-quick है. Okay. Cash is current assets under the category quick. Calculate the relevant balance sheet ratio. Relevant means they will not specify. You will have to calculate all whichever is possible as per the information. Okay. Obviously, make a vertical balance sheet. Sources of funds. Okay, shareholders funds 45, 4 lakh 50 and 6 lakh 60. Share capital. Add reserves and surplus 2 lakh 31 and 2 lakhs. That's your retained earnings. It is given, right? Retained earnings. हाँ दिया था. देन यू गेट योर शेयर होल्डर्स फंड्स. इसमें और एक स्टेप आता है, लेस मिसलेनियस एक्सपेंडिचर्स और फिक्टिशियस एसेट्स, बट इट इज़ नॉट गिवन इन द क्वेश्चन. Okay, so that brings it to 4 lakh 50 plus 2 lakh 31, 6 lakh 81, 6 lakh 60 plus 2 lakhs, 8 lakh 60. Then borrowed funds 2 lakh 20 and 1 lakh 80. दोनों को ऐड करो plus 1 lakh 80. So this is 10 lakh 40. Then 6 lakh 81 plus 2 lakh 20. That comes to 9 lakh 1. This is my sources of funds ka total. Okay. Then application of funds. Application of funds में पहला आएगा fixed assets. Then application of funds may I have first current, I mean my fixed assets. Okay. Fixed assets में भी building 4 lakh 50 and 5 lakhs, land 80,000 for both, patents 55,000 and 65,000. Total करो 4 lakh 50 plus 80 plus 55. कितना हुआ 5 lakh 85. Next 5 lakhs plus 80 plus 65. 6 lakh 45. Okay. Then long term investments नहीं दिया है क्वेश्चन में. Working capital yes. Quick assets and non quick. The first let us complete the quick assets. Next, इसमें you have quick assets में debtors and cash. Write it separately. Yeah. Total भी करो उसको 54,000 plus 1,19,000. 1,73,000, 46,000 plus 1,30,000, 1,76,000. ठीक है. अभी नॉन क्विक में what do I have? Stock and prepaid. 3 lakh and 6, 3 lakh 6, 3 lakh 12 and 4. So 3 lakh 16. So quick assets plus quick plus non quick is current assets. Okay. तो दोनों को ऐड करना पड़ेगा. या क्विक प्लस नॉन क्विक दोनों को ऐड करना पड़ेगा. 1,76,000 प्लस 3,16,000 4,92,000. Okay. Then 1,73,000 plus 3,06,000, 4,79,000. Then current liability, current asset, I mean quick liability and non-quick. Non-quick तो सब में नहीं है but quick है. Creditors, PFT and other liabilities. PFT we can use all these short forms. Yeah. Creditors 58,000 plus 84 plus 21, 1,63,000, and this one is 64 plus 33, 97. Okay. Then what is working capital? Total current assets minus total current liability. So total current assets 4,79,000 and total current liability is here. दोनों को माइनस करना है. 4,79,000 माइनस 1,63,000 कितना हुआ? 3,60,000. नेक्स्ट 4,92,000 माइनस 97, 3,95,000. Okay, so these methods will actually save your time in exam. Okay, then fixed assets, तो ऊपर का तो हो गया. Yeah. Fixed assets plus long-term investments plus working capital is total of application of funds. Okay, so 5,85,000 plus working capital na 3,16,000. So my answer is 9,01,000. Next, 6,45,000 plus 3,95,000. So my answer is 10,40,000. Obviously, it has to tally. It has to. Okay.